everyone. Welcome to Yapper Central.
Yapper Central. That's what we're going to do. It's our own little podcast.
I don't know if we're going to call it Yapper Central, but I thought it would be pretty funny because I like the yap. And you also like the yap, so it's Yapper Central.
Yapper Central.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just throwing a name out there, but yeah, you were talking about Destiny stuff earlier. So like so
I don't know. I literally thought that Destiny would have ended with the final shape. No, there's this year of prophecy.
I think what they're doing is they're just doing small content updates to keep people involved, mainly because they're going to be having people transfer over to Marathon, and then Destiny is just going to be like a dead game, sadly. Because
according to this, there's the Dark Side Legends bundle that'll be coming out, and it looks like it has General Grievous, Darth Vader, and Kylo Ren. Like
in Destiny.
In Destiny.
That's weird. It just sounds like doing more collaboration stuff.
It sounds like they're just losing their fan base and they're trying to do whatever they can. I don't know. What is included? Reward passes, secret stash. It's literally just like the 30th anniversary bundle, but like it's fucking $100. Like what?
Well, yeah, that's what I've been saying about Destiny for years. Ever since Destiny 2, they've only ever cared about money. I mean, the fact is, you paid for a $60 game. If you've been playing since launch, you paid a $60 game at launch, and then paid for how much were the two DLCs? Like $20 or $40?
No, they're like $40-$50 a piece.
Yeah, $40-$50 for 2 expansions or 3 expansions, and then just for the game to go free to play. So mind you, this is like.
Oh, that's not including
$180.
Back then, it was like fucking $30, $40, $20 of those, but like you're paying $60 for the game anyway, and then it goes free to play.
It also doesn't help that like they took away shit, so that like $40 DLC that you spent on there just disappears and stuff. So that's kind of why I stopped playing. Like when they went free to play, that's kind of like showed to me that they're just not here for a good experience. They're there for
themselves,
money,
pretty much.
Which I can understand from like a business aspect, but from a player aspect, I think it is utter terrible and garbage. And
yeah, that's just the Destiny life.
That is true.
I mean,
yeah.
Even with gaming in general now, with games getting more expensive, Destiny is just its own fucking thing already with its fucking prices, to be honest with you.
Destiny is an absurd price for the quality of game it is. I don't care if the game is the hottest new thing of most bestest thing of all time. The sheer fact that it made you it made all the same problems as Destiny 1. It went through all the same problems, vaulting weapons and then bringing them out, and then they're different versions of the same weapon.
Right.
Like, this is all retreaded ground that we've already seen, and it's a issue in the games industry in general. Instead of them making good games, they'll just repackage you old shit and say it's new or improved or remastered. I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade, but when I first heard about the Oblivion remake, I was like, oh, this could be another dog shit remake. But apparently it's like really, really good, apparently.
I have played it and I love it. It's really good. It's really good. It's pretty much what you think it is. It's literally just Oblivion with better graphics. But still, the fact that a core game like Oblivion could be slapped on with better graphics and the core elements of the game still be held up to this day. Now, mind you, Oblivion's original graphics did not age well. At all.
I would have to disagree with that. They had their charm. They had their charm, but saying if the game looked beautiful or aesthetically pleasing there are some parts where it did not look good at all.
That's
Uh,
but what I mean is that the game, besides the way it looks, is there. They just added pretty textures onto it, which made it better.
would you say they've improved the game, or it's like exactly the same, or like what would you say to that?
Since I have played both versions, I would say I have noticed vast improvements with character models.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, very, very much improved on the character models. Just because it looks
Really?
pretty. Like, dialogue is still the same, but it's, like, more crisp, which I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how they could do that.
They might have re-recorded it, or they might have got like the actual
The
files
game,
from
the
the game
game,
and just made them crisper.
it just flows smooth. It flows smoothly for me when I played it. I actually want to play the Oblivion remaster. I'm like, oh, it's just Oblivion. I've already been through this. No, I actually enjoy playing Oblivion remaster.
And honestly, when was the last time a game was like, oh my god, I need to play this and stuff?
For me,
Like,
it was Oblivion.
for me, I haven't really ran into a game in a hot minute. I think the big last one that came out or I found was a Void Stranger.
A Void
I'm not sure if
Stranger.
you know.
I
I'm not-
don't. I don't know.
It's-
I kind of
it is. It is a puzzle game. In the Tale of Inscription. I think I've told you about it before. But there's a lot of like mind bending mechanics and stuff. Like,
looks mind bending.
look into it because there's like it's a puzzle game and there's like 25 different endings.
25 different endings.
Or I think like variation endings and stuff.
I wish there was like a demo
And
I could try out.
I'm sure there is some sort of
I don't
demo
see
that
one
you
right
can try.
here.
But highly suggest that. It sadly missed the boat of like mainstream appeal by a couple years, but I've known about it for a while, and it is surprisingly good. It kind of caught me off guard. I watched Sea Dog's Let's Play, Sea Dog VA's Let's Play of it, and he makes good content and stuff, but that's besides the point. He did like a playthrough of it, and it's like a couple hours long, and he just scratched the surface. There's like an ending that you do because once you like learn secrets of the game, you can go back through the game and use those secrets to like unlock earlier shit and stuff. Like in the beginning of the game, not to spoil much, but in the beginning of the game, there's a secret wand that you get different from your main one that you can get, and it just skips the entire game and lets you go to the end
Jesus.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
There's also a live system which you can easily just give yourself infinite lives through thing because you can like mess with the UI and stuff. So you get like
Sounds
you're
awesome.
going through a series of floors, and you have a certain level of lives. But the whole mechanic is like picking up tiles. So you can literally pick up the floor tile, and then put it on the lives tile. So you could be at like question mark floor, and give yourself infinite lives.
Right.
And there's like all that shit throughout the entire game. If I were to reference it to something, it's like level of secrecy or like secrets it has, I would say it's like those like old school games that have like some sort of like secret level or something, or like something like super fucking obscure that
Yeah.
only like your your random buddy would know about because he's played the game much. It's like not a level of secret.
I wouldn't know any random buddy like that it's just would randomly connect anything. I wouldn't know anything about that. No, that's not me. All right.
Hey, sometimes it's me. All right. I know I told you like a shit ton about Inscription and stuff.
Did I get you into Inscription?
No. I told you about Inscription.
I'm pretty sure I got you into Inscription. I swear.
No, I knew about Inscription before you even talked about it. I've been following Daniel Mullins way longer than you have.
Yeah, when Pony Island came out.
Ever since Pony Island came out.
Did the second one come out yet?
It is announced.
I know it was announced. Is it out?
I do not know, actually.
Oh no!
I don't think it's out yet.
Let's look.
I am.
Take a look-see.
Yeah.
I think I spelled it wrong.
How do you fuck up Pony Island?
It's right here. It's to be announced. It looks like it's going to be 3D.
I'm excited.
Well,
I mean, it might
trailer
be a 3D game. You know what I'm really excited for that like literally made me cry in excitement?
Metroid Prime 4?
Deltarune.
Oh.
What? What'd you say?
Now, everybody who knows me knows the game I am excited for. And I have stipulations with this game right now. As a matter of fact,
is it Zelda related? I swear.
No, funny enough, it's not. Because Zelda has all those things in order. It's not holding me on like a little tiny rope saying, you almost got it. You're almost there. But this game has been doing this, I think, almost 15 years. I don't know for sure. I used to know this off the top of my head, but now I gotta look this up. When was it first announced? It was...
Oh, is it? Oh, I know what game you're talking about now. Is it Metroid?
It is Metroid.
See, I fucking knew it.
Hang on. First, let's see, how long ago? It was announced on June 13th, 2017.
By the way, listeners, we are talking specifically about Metroid Prime 4.
Yes.
Blueberry has been a very big fan of Metroid Prime ever since they were a kid.
I have been waiting for this installment since it was announced in 2017. Here in 2025. I thought it was over a decade, but no, I was wrong. It's actually been 8 years since it was announced. 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
It says it's supposed to come out this year. We're already in May. We're already reaching to that 8th or 9th year mark. Next month will be like the year anniversary, like 8-year anniversary since it was announced. I've seen gameplay. The only thing I haven't heard is a fucking official date. The game looks phenomenal. I want to fucking play it. I need it. I need it so badly. I just want to play it.
I'm gonna dampen your expectations, but I feel like the game's gonna be bad.
Bruh, the game looks so good.
The reason why I say that
is it because of the fucking mystical abilities that Samus gets? I think it would.
No, I haven't seen anything about it. It's just the amount of time a game takes. That's why I can why I personally gauge on if a game's going to be good or not.
Okay, so if you gauge that, was Breath of the Wild bad?
No, because
Breath of the Wild
and good.
Actually, wait a minute. Breath of the Wild had less time.
Blueberry, let me explain.
Oh my god.
Let me explain what I mean. What I mean by, if a game takes a long time, it's going to be bad. I don't mean that it will be bad. I mean it will more likely be bad. Like, if a game takes 20 years to make, why the hell is a game taking 20 years to make? Like, I understand there's times to cook the game. That is understandable. That's how games work.
Right.
But like something like Concord, the class-based shooter that only lasted a minimum of like a week. It took 8 years and a couple. I forget what the exact number.
And didn't that
Was,
like get
but it was,
like immediately shut down though, or something like that?
It did because no one played it because they spent so much time creating and doing stuff that they never actually got people to like the game or be interested in it. It also didn't help that the most games in this day and age that are like class based are like free to play. And that game was, I think, like you had to pay like $60. No, it was $40.
Yeah, something absurd.
$40 to start the game. And then, mind you, this game also had like a bunch of cosmetics and stuff, just like a normal the free to play game. And yeah, it failed fairly quickly.
I hate to derail your Concord thing, but I feel like I owe you your segment for Deltarune because I completely obliterated you from it to Metroid Prime 4. You said you were looking forward to Deltarune. Now, did it ever get complete? I just know about the first two chapters. They ever get like fully finished?
So the next two chapters are going to be released, and I think it's like literally next month. It's going to be coming out. I could be wrong on that. It could be in July. It could be in June.
We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 coming out.
Yeah. Well, it's I think like a remaster or whatever. This one is specifically going to cost money, but the game, Toby Fox is a genius in his own right. I will say, I think he's good. I think sometimes his vision gets clouded by his own thing, his own not ego, but his own creative passion. Like when a creative goes too far and stuff and becomes like so esoteric. Like it's like Kojima with Death Stranding. People didn't like Death Stranding because it was too different and too creative. I feel like that's slowly happening with Toby Fox, but he is yet to fail once because he knows what gamers want and they just want good games.
Oh, wait, it's releasing on June 5th.
Yeah. See?
But here's the thing about that's even more curious. What else comes out on June 5th?
No idea.
The Switch 2.
Oh yeah, because I think
it's a launch title on the Switch.
It might be a launch title on the Switch 2.
Right.
But I'm just happy it's going to be coming out because I'm going to be able to watch a Let's Play or something.
It already shows the Nintendo Switch 2.
Is it not coming? I assume it's coming to Steam at some point.
Oh no, it shows it all here: PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch. Wait, Xbox isn't on here though. That's interesting.
I only think there's only one. I don't think it was ever on. Deltarune was never on Xbox.
Well, I know that Undertale was. That's why I'm curious as to see
Undertale
why.
It's actually really interesting because Undertale Switch. The Undertale has different contents depending on what game console you're playing. Actually,
really,
because they have like I think the Switch has like a secret boss. The Xbox has like a station that you can just hang out in, and then PlayStation has like something else. I forget what it is off the top of my head. But yeah, no, Toby Fox is like a genius, and he knows what gamers wants. I'm just personally worried.
You're worried that Deltarune is going to sink.
Yes, because, with everything going on and him being off on his own. Basically, do you know anything about Cube World at all? This is like a tangent, but it's related.
No.
Do you know anything about Cube World?
Really?
So, quick rundown. Amazing game, really fun. The guy goes dark for multiple years, comes back, and the game is utterly shitty. Why was the game utterly shitty? It was because the guy making it had no other people to check on the game if it was good or not. So it just became a feedback loop of the creator being like, "Is this good?" and him being like, it is good." And he kept shitty systems or shitty game design in the game. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, and not a lot of people know this, but I am trying to make my own game right now, and I just released my first trailer. Not trying to fucking get sponsorship or for my game and all that, you know.
Oh, and actually, this podcast is sponsored by his game. His game.
This podcast is sponsored by Beware the Wereberry, a game that doesn't even know when it'll be released.
Yeah, a game that is.
Okay, God. But no, I am genuinely worried about the game because, sure, I finally got AI working. I've got a bunch of cool stuff. I have all these awesome plans written out in what I want to do. My worry is the quality isn't going to be there for what I wanted to express. That's my worry. Like what you were saying with Cube World, I'm worried my game will turn out to be something like that. I think I would have put my heart and soul into it, and it's just hot garbage.
You know what I would suggest to you, Duncan? Sorry, I bleeped that out.
Nah, you're good.
What I would suggest for you, in all honesty, is don't expect to be like the next horror game, amazing dude, blah, 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 blah. Just be the best you that you can be. So what if your game is shitty? So what if the blueberry monster runs in the walls? You've learned this skill, and then make another game where that shit's even better.
Well, right. Well, as of speaking of the blueberry monster in the game, the only problem I have with him right now is that he doesn't run into walls. He tracks the player too good.
You know, I think there's
the player gets one opportunity to escape, and if they don't escape, you're not escaping him. He will hunt you down like he's a fucking vicious thing. He doesn't have any sounds, and he already scares the shit out of me.
I would suggest for that is add a timer or like a disinterested feature or a hiding mechanic.
Yeah, that's stuff to become. Like right now, all I've got is that trailer. It's a first official look. I've taken a break from the game to focus on some other stuff for the moment. Mostly because I am lacking on audio stuff. Me and a friend are talking in the talks about original audios and stuff. Right now, I'm just using a website called Artist.io to help me get sound effects, and I don't have enough money for this membership to get off the watermarks, so that makes it difficult. But
you know what I would suggest for you to do?
What?
Go on YouTube. Look up audio stuff there.
YouTube is awesome, but then I have to go through this entire process to turn it into an appropriate file type and all this other stuff. It's annoying. You gotta turn it from a video all the way down to an audio that can be used in Unreal Engine. So
that is understandable. I don't know anything about game stuff, so maybe it's a lot difficult.
It is difficult. And it's going to take me a minute to walk myself back into it once I do get back into it. But when I do, I have a couple ideas I'm going to try. I am still in a process where I'm very close to open to beta testing. But this type of beta testing is going to be like playing Minecraft on the earliest release.
Yeah, no, I get you. You want the brief idea of the game working rather than
the full thing, yeah. So I can put it out there, get some feedback. People think it's dog shit. Well, then it's dog shit. Alright?
That's kind of what I've been doing. I've been making photo edits and stuff and all that shit just to learn a skill, learn shit better.
Just learn shit better. Now, are you doing photo editing? Or are you doing video editing?
It is specifically photo editing. I've been doing minor video editing and stuff, but it's very small and few between. It's usually just me putting PNGs on GIFs and stuff. Nothing too special and stuff.
When I edit videos, I don't know if you've seen any of the newer videos yet. Have you?
I don't think I have. I've just been I'm gonna be honest, I've been too scatterbrained to
So,
in general.
all the newer content that I've done, you can see an evolution of my editing skills with the current videos there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I'm the best editor in the world. I'm saying that I have
Now, what do you mean
learned.
you are the best editor in the world?
I am not the best editor in the world. Please, don't come at me.
What do you mean you are the best?
Not really. I have made one awesome video. Yeah, let me get the statistics pulled up for this real quick. God damn it! Why the fuck is this? My fucking browser
what
being.
was really disheartening or made me like really sad
What was?
and stuff? I met someone who's our age, and they have
Yeah?
a full like community, and they have like they're very popular and stuff. And
And?
it I guess disheartening is the wrong word, but it made me realize that like you know how do I explain it where it makes sense? You know when you've been like doing stuff all your life and then you see someone who's just effortlessly good and has made it where you want to be,
Right.
and they're the same age as you, and you're kind of like,
Yeah, no.
fuck have I been doing with my life?
I know
It is-
exactly what you're talking about, and it makes me upset too. Like, I have
Yeah.
2 YouTube channels. This new one, I just decided to like rebrand, get away from like the 2 copyrighted words I had originally, and we've come up with the Almighty Blueberry, which I think is an awesome name. So right now my highest video is my episode 1 of Lethal Company. It's for the company Batman is the title.
Yeah.
It's got 43 views on it. Now that doesn't sound much to a lot of people out there, but for me, that is insane.
I mean, one of my videos that I did has like 100 views on it.
Let me see this video. Which one was it?
No, it is literally a nothing video. I don't know why or how I was able to get so many views on it, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'm looking right now on your channel. Is it the Nikki Enter the Gungeon or something? That's 73 on it.
Yumi Nikki and then Enter the Gungeon. And it's got 73 views on it.
It's
and my
2 hours long.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I have no idea what I did right. I guess it just got pushed in the algorithm. And then my Factorio video, which I specifically remember and why I didn't want to stream it, was because I had a bunch of people in the chat trying to backseat me play the game. And if you read text, it's hard to understand what they
mean.
What they mean. So they were saying I could use the number pads to do shit, and I couldn't understand that.
I would not even bother with that, to be honest with you. I would just play the game you want to play, unless you're enriched and like you know these people. Backseat gaming, I hate backseat gaming, and I could be guilty of doing it, and I try to recognize myself.
What do you mean guilty? You're already in the jail, you know?
I'm already in the jail, but I do try to refrain from backseat gaming just because I thought, like, over the time, it's just like, the reason why I love this game is because I experienced it. If I backseat game for somebody to tailor their experience to this, is it really their experience?
Exactly.
Like, that's why it irks me about backseat gaming right now. So I try to word my questions a little better when I'm on a stream and I see a streamer playing a game that I know I've played and I could see they've never played it. If they need help, I'll give them a hint or tell them that.
But I understand why you backseat, because you want the person playing the game to understand why you specifically like the game so much.
Right. But it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah, because people experience things fundamentally differently than each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, my trailer's 28 and 20 views.
So many people are excited for your game.
The only way to see if people are excited for my game is if I have comments. And the only way to do that is enter the fucking YouTube shit. Let's see if
What
there's
I would,
any new comments.
I
No
think
new
if
comments. Yeah.
I would be honest with you, I feel like we shouldn't be basing our success on numbers or words or anything like that. I think we should be deeming our success as is if we are being creatively fulfilled. You know,
Alright.
like I get wanting attention. You know, I think that's why we're both doing this. At least that's why I make shit, because I want attention.
I want to make something good. I want to make something that somebody will watch, that they will enjoy. And my thing when I'm editing my videos is if I enjoy my video to watch, then I think it's good. If I do not enjoy my video, I'd lose interest in trying to edit it. And that's the problem. Like, you'll notice on all these videos, they're relatively short because I didn't want to make them too long.
Because you want to make something that you yourself would watch.
Right. And these 12, 10 minutes here, 8 minutes here, mostly just montages, but they're fucking funny. Like, here. After we're done here, you can watch the Lethal Company episode, and you can tell me what you think about it. It's, in my
Is that
opinion...
the one you sent me like a while ago? I think that was the one you sent me like a while ago.
I posted it on November 3rd of last year.
I think that was when you sent me in the DMs.
It must have been. But that is one of my favorite ones. Just because there's so much good stuff in it.
I believe it.
And then my Liar's Bar videos and stuff like that. I have a repo video I'm trying to edit right now. I need to finish part 2 of Liar's Bar. And the fact is October's when I posted that, and it's fucking May right now. I just haven't had time.
That's bad.
I haven't had time.
I mean, the editing and being a YouTuber is difficult.
It really is.
It fundamentally is. I know we're like both no-name people.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But it's just, it is a very difficult job, and saying that it's like, oh, piss easy is a bit silly. But I understand why saying YouTube is a hard job is a bit silly thing to say, because what it is you need to be caught by the algorithm or XYZ or the other thing, and once
I don't even know if you get caught in the algorithm, because whenever I get caught in the algorithm, it's just like, bruh.
Like let's look at like other YouTubers and stuff. They make shit all the time. Why is that? Because they need to keep up with the demand that their fans want.
Right. I don't even know if I have any fans, to be honest with you.
It's you probably do, actually, not gonna lie.
How?
Or someone that casually checks out your content.
Casually, I understand, yeah.
What was I gonna say? You lost my point. What was it?
You were talking about YouTubers casually trying to pump out stuff. Or...
What it is they have to. It's like it's a ball. It is literally like a snowball going downhill. You have to keep pushing it until you reach a certain point, and then it's a downpour. But you also need to continuously, like, I guess, adding more mountain so the snowball continues to grow.
Right.
And stuff.
Right.
I don't know. I think my allegory kind of like was fucked up, but you know.
No, I think I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think getting success in this area is very rare. Is very rare. So I don't think we should be comparing ourselves to the big YouTubers, to the people that have already made it. What we need to do is compare it to our maybe previous success is the wrong word, but like I guess to ourselves. I guess I no, that is good. You compare it to ourselves. If we're improving every single time we make something,
Yeah,
you know,
that
literally right now, I'm trying to learn an AI art software thing. I'm gonna be honest because I've always wanted to do animation, and I understand
I I have
AI bad.
done
Mm,
2D animations before, and let me get this. Let me tell you that it was a pain in the ass at start to finish. From having too many frames to like the pro software kept crashing on me. It was crazy.
mm.
That was when I used pencil and I manually
I
drew
just
each scene.
yeah,
It was
I just
crazy.
I just want to be creative, and I don't want to spend the next 20 years learning how to draw just to draw something mediocre as shit.
Well,
You,
that's the
I,
thing with animation and drawing. It's not 20 years to learn to draw one thing. It's 20 years to get your memory, like muscle memory down. Like I don't know how to describe it because like I have drawn things that I think are good to fucking a third grader could do better than it. All right?
Mhm.
I've drawn those types of things. If you like just clear your mind and you sit down with a pencil and paper and you just draw or have an idea of something you want to draw, you can draw it.
Mhm.
Animation is just like you draw something, cool, that's that frame. Moving on to the next frame. It's like you're taking an entire notebook. You're drawing the same thing, but slowly making slight adjustments to the image on each page.
Mhm.
Which is cool, but it takes a lot of work. I'd argue that animating things take more work than editing a video. That's what I
Yeah, but
would
no, that makes
argue.
sense. That makes sense actually. Because it is inherently like difficult to do shit.
Right.
I understand animators and their effort. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I wanted to do it, and I guess using AI would be quote unquote cheating. But I would still argue AI is a different form of art, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because people tend to be like, "Oh, AI is garbage. It is imprecise." Which, granted, they are correct. It is imprecise, but it's still a tool to be creative.
Right.
We don't we don't knock artists for using uh a pen or no a any like assistant stuff like fucking paintbrush. You know,
Paintbrush?
we don't because it's a tool. That's what I'm getting at.
You mean
I
like
view
the
AI.
tool?
Yeah, I
Right.
view AI as like a tool to be used
I
rather
would
than people.
I
Huh?
would agree about that. But there are certain like stipulations about AI
Mm-hmm.
that would cause problems. Like if it's like a tool that you're using to do something cool. But like
Mm-hmm.
it's like if a company were to use nothing but AI, it's like where's the originality in it? It just doesn't work.
I would say the problem with companies using AI is they use it to fill in the gaps for people. And
Right.
I don't think that's how AI should be used.
No.
I think it should be used in conjunction with other things.
I feel like for
Uh,
me personally, AI on
mhm,
certain sounds, like if I can't find a sound effect somewhere, I can
mhm,
see if AI can do something for me. Like if I need a
mhm,
particular sound that I just can't find, I can use AI to create my own. but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to look for AI of a cover or something like that. I think I'm going to try and find what it actually sounds like, and if I want to make changes,
Yeah.
I will find a version that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going to create my own sound, right, I want to do it from the baseline. I want to build it up. So
I get that. You should also look into sound libraries and stuff specifically, because those tend to be really good about sounds, and are
right,
actually what professionals use for
right,
stuff.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. So we've gone from gaming to about content creation to talking about AI.
Mm-hmm.
It's going well. I love it.
Everything and anything.
Everything and absolutely anything. So with AI,
Are you still gonna be able to be good with the time and stuff?
yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry.
All right.
We should try and see if we can loop back to our original topic of games.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about Ark having their newest, whatever it was, expansion be almost fully done by AI?
I think that was incredibly lazy and should not have been a thing.
And everybody agrees on that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. And not a lot of people are talking about it, which, then again, Ark isn't as big as a lot of things, but it's still something that should be discussed that I don't hear about a lot.
See, that whole game trailer is an example of why AI is bad, because companies can create a AI trailer with none of the actual game stuff in it.
Right.
Like, it's just the negative way to use it.
It's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid. And, like, it's awful. I'm worried for games that'll start doing that. Like, companies will start doing that.
They will start doing that, but that's why people are going to flock to indie games
Right.
rather than whatever dumb shit they're doing now.
And speaking of those indie games, do you have any favorite indie games that you know of that you have played or watched somebody play recently?
Anything I have watched or done recently play?
Yeah.
No, I've not. Oh, I guess there is something recent that's interesting that I found.
And that would be...
Dead by Daylight announced the FNAF killer.
I saw that! Yeah, I did actually see that.
Yeah. It is really good, and they did.
I know.
The,
is it Springtrap is the killer? Is that right?
It is Springtrap, but and there's also a FNAF map. And the best part is they use the good, amazing Five Nights at Freddy's 3 model of Springtrap, which I think is probably his best incarnation.
All I know is that it was announced, and I'm excited to play it. Unfortunately, it is not going to be released this year, though. But that is exciting to hear that something that has been anticipated for a long time is actually going to happen.
It is cool to see.
Now, I'm going to go on my own tangent now.
Alright.
Because I just listened to a podcast, Distractable. We are not sponsored by Distractable. They do not know about us at all. But their video...
Mark,
it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Watching this.
It's not going to work.
No, shut the fuck up. Mark, if you're watching this and somehow in the fucking distant future, you're awesome. Yeah.
You're awesome. That's all you got for the man of the hour, the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. That's all you got.
The king.
Yes, he
is.
Not
the king.
But anyway, I was listening to a video game tier list, and yes, I know I'm very far behind on Distractable. I know, I'm listening to it, but I do enjoy listening to it, even though I'm very outdated on a lot of the information. But on their video game tier list that I just listened to, they put my favorite franchise at S tier. And I am astonished. They think The Legend of Zelda is better than Pokemon.
Well, it just fundamentally is.
It really is. Like,
no, it's not even like that big of a surprise because.
But they
Zelda,
put Pokemon at B.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
They said B.
It's not a B tier. It is not a B tier.
They said B.
It is not a B tier. They've been doing the same exact thing for 20 years, 20 plus years.
And that's why they put it in B, because it's so diluted. Like, if it was like the first generation games that they played, it would have been like A or S tier. But if they're doing like the entire games, like the recent ones that came out, they put it in B just because of how diluted the franchise has been.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just wanted to go on my little tangent that I was super, super astonished when I heard that. That was amazing, and I love them. I wonder if they know. I mean, I don't know. I know you know because I told you. But Nintendo did announce the release date of the Legend of Zelda film, the live-action film.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, all we have is a release date. We don't have, like, a cast. So, that's another thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Blueberry. I feel like it's gonna be bad.
I don't care if it's going to be bad. I'm still going to fucking see it. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be like waiting for the FNAF film. Honestly, no. That's a bad comparison. I would say it's going to be more like the Minecraft movie.
No, I don't want it to be like the Minecraft movie.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, the movie is going to not be like fucking Oscar award winning. Great. Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's going to be an entertaining film. Does that make sense? It's something you watch to watch, not to highly criticize.
I hope so.
Like,
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure it should be a fan service at this point. If they try to take it very seriously, then it's gonna tank. It's gonna tank, especially if they do the Breath of the Wild timeline in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, but the timeline in those two games are so kerfuckled. All right, that I don't get it. So, a gripe with the game right now is there's this ancient race called the Zodai that apparently was involved in the evolution of the Hylians. So if the Zodai were with ancient Hylians in ancient times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck did it not tell us if they made the Divine Beast in Breath of the Wild?
Because they're making shit up as they go.
Right. So how... they've just created more plot holes for themselves. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like... Okay, you've got this new species. Awesome. Where the fuck do they fit in to the history of these games right now? Because according to you, they've been here all this time. So...
If I'm gonna be honest... Zelda lore is so fucked beyond a point. It doesn't make sense at all.
When Tears of the Kingdom came out, it completely threw a wrench into the system.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Breath of the Wild came out, it finally felt like all the timelines hit a convergence to where they all connected at the same point. It finally felt like that. And then they just said, Archimedes, fire the cannonball! They just fired the fucking cannonball at the fucking timeline, tore it into billion little pieces, and be like,
I think
that's your lore right now.
The timeline is whatever they want to be at that set of time.
Right.
Not any, like, actual coherency.
Now, I actually did not look up to see where Tears of the Kingdom fits on the timeline. To be honest, I don't think it has a spot.
I could tell you that.
Hold on, let's see. Timeline theory. Yeah, okay, timeline. Let's see. Someone I wanted. Let's see what we got here. I need to see this. Images. So. We know about all the other games' history. They all converge into Breath of the Wild. What? Yeah, no. The fucking Tears of the Kingdom is its own fucking branch, according to this theory right here.
Ugh.
It has its own fucking branch after Breath of the Wild. And it's so fun.
That's why
it is hurting my brain.
Be part of the timeline, you know.
It is hurting my brain to look at it right now. I'm going to send this.
Don't give a shit about
I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to
Alright,
send this to you, so you can see what I mean by how kerfuckled this is. And viewers, I don't know if we ever set up something.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
Right? Right? Isn't that wild?
It's not. It's.
It's not even a timeline at that point.
Why do they have the thing from when?
I don't know, man.
Like,
I don't know. I wish I knew for you.
Why do they have a fucking other shit? It should have been. Hyrule Warriors, Breath of the Wild, and then Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, that's what it's saying, but it's adding all this extra shit that it doesn't need to be for the timeline.
Right.
Because none of this shit matters. I love how a bunch of games are just in the Fallen Hero timeline.
Well, yeah, because those games are in the Fallen Hero timeline.
I know, I just find it funny that they're just like, oh, we could do more like Missing Hero ones or Child Hero. But,
well, because you gotta think about it. In this timeline, right? Link, I believe, was killed. Or something like that.
One?
On the Fallen one.
Yeah, I know, I get that.
And then in this one, he returned to the past to chase after Navi. And then in this one, there was no hero to confront Ganon in the adult timeline. So they flooded the world, which led to Wind Waker and then Phantom Hourglass. I don't know the story of that, but I do know Spirit Tracks was them searching for a new land for Hyrule, right? Am I right about that? Please, Zelda fans, don't go at me. I swear I'm one of you. Anyway, but it's just that I love the timeline and it connects to Breath of the Wild. But it's when you get to Tears of the Kingdom that wants me to strangle the shit out of somebody. Because, oh look, they go to the catacombs of the castle. Oh no, Zelda's sent to the past. Let's just go all the way back to the ancient battle where there's a fucking ancient battle that you talk about in Skyward Sword. But oh no, it's the Zonai. The Zonai apparently are the gods and goddesses of Hyrule. Like, what? And then they talk about the imprisoning war? Like, when I heard about the imprisoning war when I first played, I was thinking, oh, is this going to be a reference to Demise from Skyward Sword? You know, the original incarnation of evil, right? No, it's fucking Ganondorf again. And then you just go to Calamity with Ganon, which, by the way, it's never explained how the Calamity actually worked with Ganon. I want to make that clear. Right? So then, it begins the Breath of the Wild thing, the Reign of Rome, Then Calamity comes, fucking destroys everything. You get resurrected. You seal the Calamity, and now you're into Tears of the Kingdom, where you're basically, oh no, now you have to fucking, there's all these fucking things in the sky that you never heard of before. Oh wait, yes we have. Skyward Sword had a fucking thing, but Skyloft was still in the sky, never to be found again. But there was only one fucking, well, in the game there was more, but there was still the one main island of Skyloft. In Tears of the Kingdom, you don't find Skyloft. You find what appears to be temples all over the sky. And last time I checked, they were just rocks in Skyward Sword. Only temple was the fucking one in the giant Thunderdome. Right? So, and then, apparently, there's an entire underground network of caves and stuff underneath Hyrule. Which, don't get me wrong, I thought that was awesome. I love being in the below, whatever it's called. I can't remember. I only played through the game once. But, God. I just wish I understood why they wanted to go this path. Like, it's one thing if Link seals the Calamity away, and during his battle with the Calamity somehow creates the cavern systems, right? I don't know. Zelda and time travel do not mix.
Well, that's...
I know. That's not what I mean. Ocarina of Time, fantastic work with it. I love the fact that Zelda went back in time in Tears of the Kingdom. I love it. But it doesn't mix well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because looking at the timeline, it doesn't mix well. Because pretty much what happened was they pretty much scrapped the entire Zelda timeline to fit in this new species that has never been heard of until this game. Like, what? And if they're going to release a movie with the Zonai in it, I might just shit my pants in the theater. Like, I'm like, why? If anything, what story they should really do for the movie, they should do Ocarina of Time. They should do Ocarina of Time. If they do anything else, it will not be as good. It'll still be a Zelda film. It'll still have the heart and soul of every fan. It'll have all that, unless they do a terrible job, like fucking, what other, Borderlands was it? I don't know. I never saw it. But, if they want to sell a seller, they need to base it around the Ocarina of Time lore and story. Around that set. They will get a majority of people. I guarantee it. Maybe if they did Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess, like, mix type of deal, that'd be kind of cool, you know? But at the end of the day, if they go with this fucking new story stuff, which, again, I'm not dissing on it, I just don't like how it fucks up everything we know about Zelda. I hate it.
That is completely understandable.
I hate how it fucks everything up. Because now, what is the next game gonna do? Fucking create another branch? Right? If there is a next game, which, by the way, when I beat Tears of the Kingdom, I cried because I felt like it was final. And if that's how the franchise ends with Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know what I'll do. Because I genuinely believe that should not be how that franchise ends. What are your thoughts about the Zonai?
My opinion on the Zonai is if they wanted to include a race that they were going to add in the sequel, they should have mentioned something in the
In the first
Breath of
game.
the Wild. Yeah.
Right. I agree with that. So, yeah. But what do you think about them as a race? With their ancient technology and all that stuff? Being able to build
I
a
think-
sentient robot. Or armor, whatever they call it.
I think it explains a lot of like the materials and stuff and like the tools and yada yada. But I think fundamentally there needed to be some sort of reference to like an ancient species in Breath of the Wild. Maybe there is.
Well, all they say is ancient Sheikah. For all we know, the Sheikah is... They're going to do some bullshit where the Sheikah is a tribe descended from the Zonai.
Mm-hmm.
Which would fill a lot of holes. Not gonna lie. It would fill a lot of holes if they did that. Would everybody agree with it? I don't think so. Because that would mean that since before time began itself in the Zelda franchise, the Zonai have been around in Skyward Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be cool if I could believe that. There's been so many species that have come and gone in the entire Zelda franchise. So in Skyward Sword, they have two races that you don't see again. You have those robots in Lantern Desert, and then you have the Kiwi. Now people speculate the Kiwi evolved into the Kokori.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The robots, I don't know what they evolved into. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what happens to them. So yeah, the Kiwi evolved into the Kokori. The Kokori evolves into the Koroks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, where did the Zonai fit in? Did the Zonai create the robot race in Lantern Desert? Did the Zonai send their people they were trying to protect up into the heavens? Again, I am interrupting your part that I wanted to hear again, even though we are at an hour on our episode right now.
Honestly, I forgot what I was gonna say, so.
Honestly, I could go on a gripe for a fucking long time about the Zonai. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. You have any closing remarks you'd like to add about this episode?
Nope, I do not.
Alright. So, that has been this episode of Yappers. We don't know if we're going to call this the Yappers yet. We'll figure out what we'll call it. It'll probably come to us in, like, one of our other recording sessions or something. Who knows? But yeah, this has been this episode of just us rambling about our day-to-day life of stuff we love. From talking about games, and you do, to fucking AI, to what? Zelda, and then just Zelda. I love it. I love it. This is what I wanted to do. So yeah. Again, nobody dox us! I swear! And that has been the rest of this episode. Adios, muchachos.